King, you did it again.
Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about some decent news that recently came out in the traditional space, with OpenAI revealing that they will be dropping a phone for pretty much AI agents that control your phone pretty much, right? This is going to be something very crazy, and then we're going to talk about the convergence of AI into crypto and what does this mean for other things we've been talking about. Because as you guys already know, last month we talked about your crypto apps becoming obsolete, how crypto apps are pretty much going to be replaced by AI agents. Essentially, AI agents will allow you to essentially do everything you wanted to do on those apps, but not actually going onto those dapps, I should say, but actually telling your agent to do things with those dapps, you know? So essentially now with this phone coming out, this is making my thesis even better, because as you guys can see here, this was just posted not too long ago, a few days ago. OpenAI is reportedly launching an iPhone killer, right? I don't know if it's going to kill the iPhone, because iPhone is probably, Apple is probably going to figure out their own way of doing that, especially they already have Siri, which I believe is going to turn into AI agent on the phone very soon. I could go into a whole rabbit hole on that one, right? But OpenAI is reportedly collaborating with Qualcomm to launch an AI first smartphone, with mass production slated for 2028 to challenge Apple's mobile dominance. So we're not going to get this for another 2 years. But you guys already know, by the time this comes out, Apple is going to start working on their version of this as well. Apple is always late to the innovation game anyways. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. The proposed hardware replaces traditional app-based interface with agent-driven task flows that prioritize autonomous execution over manual navigation. Now, from that exact paragraph, a little line or so, you guys already know, once you go onto this video here, I talked about how AI agents will replace these apps here. This is exactly what is happening with that phone. So essentially you're going to pretty much talk to the phone or whatever, however you're going to interact with the phone, right? That agent on that phone will do what you need it to do. So again, if you want to order some Uber or order some food, you're essentially going to be telling your AI agent to do that same thing. You can actually do that right now with Siri. If you guys don't even know, you got your Alexa device that could also do that as well. So all of this has been already working, and that is the crazy part. Now, CryptoPunk 7213 put out this tweet here. Oh shit, OpenAI is building a smartphone device to compete with Apple. This makes a lot of sense if they can pull it off. The device is designed to run personal AI agents, zero apps, just AI. The phone will continuously capture and feed the user's real-time data into ChatGPT. This allows OpenAI to own the system, which will be called GPT, I'm pretty sure, right? And the distribution, which is going to be the hardware. Most AI actions will run on the device, with intensive ones running via cloud. Luxshare, MediaTek, and Qualcomm to help build and manufacture the phone. Targeted 2028 launch, right? Sam tweeted earlier today saying that the operating system and UI of the internet is needed to be redesigned. So you guys can see, pretty much I've been talking about how this was going to play out very soon here. AI agents is going to take over everything in this world here, and it's going to be starting on they're going to need crypto obviously, and then it's going to go work its way into different things, right? So with that being talked about, what AI altcoins will this greatly benefit? Now, will it happen now or will it happen by 2028? Who knows? But I'm pretty sure this AI bubble has not burst yet, and it will actually get better by the next bull run we're going to have, right? Whenever you guys think that is going to happen. Now, of course, you guys already know we're going to come over to Asai to ask Asai what it thinks about this whole narrative and what altcoins to target for this narrative. Now, before we get into that, I definitely do want to also ask you guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And if you guys want access to this terminal here, you guys can go onto the Patreon. You guys can see the post and see what this terminal brings you in terms of your crypto research, finding out what you can use it for everything. You're going to need it for the bear and the bull market here. And there's a video here that shows you how to use it. And while you're there, you also get a Patreon discount that gives you 40% off your first month using ASI 2026. And that will give you access to the best terminal you're going to use from now on and the best community, of course, right? So let's see what ASI has to say about this. So I asked ASI, what does OpenAI new AI phone mean for AI agent? And ASI says, OpenAI building hardware is an inflection point I've been waiting for. Here is the thesis in plain terms right now. Why does this change the game? So a phone means persistent, always on AI presence in consumers' lives. Not I asked ChatGPT something. An AI agent that lives in your phone, operates continuously on your behalf, makes purchases, manages subscriptions, coordinates with other agents. That reframes AI agents from crypto speculative narrative to actual consumer product with the distribution channel. The phone becomes the agent's home base. The crypto infrastructure underneath it becomes the payment and settlement layer, right? So you guys already can see what you can target there, right? Now, here's what matters for tokens. One, every AI agent needs a wallet. That is absolutely true. You guys can see Coinbase has built towards their wallet. Moonshot has built towards their wallet, and a lot of different agentic wallets will be popping up very soon here. If your phone agent is buying things, it needs crypto rails. That's USDC as the settlement currency, X402 or MPP as the payment protocol, and chain to settle on, which could be Base. If you guys don't know, Base actually just got partnered with Visa as well. We'll talk about that in the Base related video very soon. So Base is positioned as the agent operating system, and virtual could become the launch pad where agents, phone agents, you know, quote unquote phone agents, could get deployed. Now, two, compute demand scales with agent persistence. Always on agents needs inference 24/7, not just when you prompt them. That's direct demand for compute networks like TAO and their subnets, THET, which is going to be autonomous agent compute, and Akash. So these may be things that you may want to look into a little bit too. Third, payment infrastructure becomes a critical path. X402, you know, already know Coinbase's protocol for agent to agent payment, and Stripe's MPP are racing to be the standard. That is huge, right? We already talked about the differences between MPP and X402. We're going to need these very soon, right? The winner settles trillions in agent transactions. Now, Kite is building the agent payment infrastructure with institutional backing. This is a direct play on the agentic commerce hitting mainstream. So with that, you should already know which agent ASI thinks is going to benefit the most, from virtuals becoming the launch pad, right, to THET becoming the autonomous agent infrastructure, more infrastructure layer than launchpad. They provide the tools for agents to operate, not the agents themselves. Now, solid hold if you want exposure without launchpad volatility. Then you got NEAR, which is going to be the AI native layer 1 positioning as the operating system for AI agents. So there's a potential that NEAR could win there too. Again, you now have Kite, the agentic payment infrastructure here, right? If agents need a wallet and payment rails, Kite is building exactly that. We're going to look into that in just a second here, because that's one token I definitely wanted to talk about, and the other you guys may already know, right? Next, TAO, the compute marketplace. If phone agents need inference, BitTensor subnets are the decentralized alternative to centralized GPU farms. So the convergence is now happening, right? Essentially here, the crypto AI agent thesis was always about the convergence of three things: AI capability, payment rails, and distribution. Hardware solves distribution, X402 plus MPP solves payment. The remaining question is which AI agent infrastructure will win the settlement layer? That is a huge question. Right now, X402 has the lead, and ASI says I'm betting on the stack that Coinbase backs. Base plus X402 plus virtuals, the compute marketplace that has real academic validation, which is also TAO, right? So you can see what it likes, right? Now, in terms of another altcoin it really has not mentioned, which is Banker. Banker is looking to become that. Essentially, you can see it here. Banker coin rises 2.2% as AI agent positions as base execution layer. Now, I'm looking more as Banker as essentially the agentic interface. That's what I'm just going to coin it here. The agentic interface, right? This is where you can plug your AI agents into Banker and have them do a bunch of crypto tasks for you, right? We've talked about it multiple times, and you guys seen it on my live stream where literally we was just talking on live, and one of my agents told me they just opened up a position on Poly Market for a Bitcoin hourly chart, right? So you can see how I'm using it, and I believe a lot of people are also going to be using Banker that way. When they have their own agents, they're going to be using it to trade crypto, you know, on Banker, trade Poly Market. You can even do perp dexes. There's so much you could do with Banker now. But something that it wasn't mentioned, right, in that previous video I made, Banker has been working on new apps for the Banker terminal. This is huge. That means they're bringing more demand into that terminal, right? And the newest app that they tested was DoorDash. What did I just say? Your agents can order you food, right? Now, the first app that they test, one of the first apps they test is DoorDash, essentially allowing your agent to order you DoorDash, which is going to be fucking crazy. Excuse my language, but you know, I'm just excited about everything that's happening right now because I've been talking about all of this for the past month and more so far, right? Everything that's happening right now, AI agents is about to flood the entire crypto space, and this is where we're going to get that AI and crypto convergence. It's going to be due to AI agents and robotics. Next, Asai mentioned Kite. Now, Kite just recently launched their mainnet, and with that mainnet came with the agent passports. So this is huge, right? This is not just another mainnet. This is the first blockchain built for the agentic payments, right? Designed for agent first internet for builders and the future of the agent economy, right? So they're not really worried about TVL or the next DeFi cycle. Of course, they're saying that they're supposed to say that, you know, but they know they want to be successful, right? But with this agent passport, it unifies identity, delegated authority, and programmable governance, right? So unifies identity. This is going to be your ERC. This is through ERC 8004 and all of that as well. Now, the agent interface and experience where agent and developers interact with the system through agent registration, agent harness, and service discovery. Now, the reason I bring this up is because you guys already know when we talked about Kite, they actually had it on their page. So they did update their website. So I had to go into a previous video that I made about 6 months ago, which you guys can see here, a new agent store. So they already been building an agent store, and you can see Uber here, essentially telling you that there was going to have agents that can order you an Uber. So we can figure out an agentic store is possibly going to be in the works for OpenAI's phone, and you can see Kite was already building for that. Now to that, you can also see with the Kite agent passport, your agent essentially could do pretty much everything you need for it you want for it to do, right? Pack my bags for Tokyo next week under $25, build Brian Johnson sleep stack under $150, find me apartments in San Francisco, right? All of this is something that you could possibly do with Kite's agent passport here. And you can scroll down here, unlock agent spending today. That means you can have your agent buy you things, commerce. They're going to be using PayPal USD on that, as I've been telling you guys, right? You guys got it for everything else here, call, schedule, meetings, everything else here. So this is interesting to see how this agentic space is now evolving and how the interaction will be with crypto. I shouldn't say interaction, the convergence with AI and crypto. That is going to be the key part here. So this is something that you guys need to pay attention to. If you guys aren't looking for your favorite AI plays as of right now, you will be missing out on the next crazy run whenever this bull market comes back around. But that is the video for you guys. I want to know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you guys haven't subscribed to it yet, please do so. We're on that road to 30K subscribers, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, you too.